Hi, my name is LITESERENITY, and in this video, I will be teaching you a trick to bypass your drone ticket timer. Now, this trick was taught to me by one of my lovely clanmates, Durga, so now I get to teach it to you. So this is helpful if you want to get through your Galaxy mission a little quicker, if you're trying to get your endless waves done. And it's helpful also when you're getting your ticket quest item drops to bypass that 1 to 2 hour cooldown you can have on that. So if you see right here, I'm at the very end or very beginning of my Galaxy mission, and I am at the very beginning of my quest item drop. So let's talk about the setup. The wings, you use whatever you want. The enhanced wings are better. The super lasts a little longer. I don't use any pilots at all, so I don't have to click on them, and I will show you that in a little bit. The EI does not matter also. So the only thing you really need to make sure you have set up is that you have enough energy. So if you click on one of your campaign levels and you click on this little question mark, it shows you all of your weekly quests and how many drone tickets you'll get. And if you scroll down, you see this bonus quest of many events, Drone Force. And that is only accessible to VIP level 12. They're the only ones that can get those extra drone tickets, which must be really nice. So let's go ahead and start to play. You're going to go on Endless. You're not going to click any of this. You're just going to play on Pulse Blast, and that's it. So we are just trying to get right now our 10 of 10, which is going to happen very quickly because I already have 6 of them. And then I will show you the trick from there. It's pretty neat. So the VIP level 12, I think by the time you get to VIP level 12, you probably don't need the drone tickets as much as you do when you're a lower level. I have another clanmate who has so many drone tickets that he doesn't even need or use. Okay, so we are at 10 of 10. So I'm just going to go ahead and kill myself on this. I'm going to go ahead and try to kill myself on this. Oh, no, that did not help. Sometimes it's a little quicker to start killing yourself prior to getting your 10 of 10 or 20 of 20 or whatever you're on. I have noticed when I'm trying to kill myself, there we go. All right, now we're not going to touch anything. We're going to let the time go down. And once the time is done, I still like to wait just a few more seconds anyways. And then the only thing you're going to do is hit replay. Now you're going to hit the claim and just that. And then I click the play 15 energy down there. I don't even click on this box. And we're going to go ahead and play that again. So now we should be at 0 of 20. So back to what I was talking about, I just turned VIP level 10, which is so nice because now I have the pirate ship anytime I want to start a game, and I really, really love it. Finally, it's been a long time coming. So we're going to get up to 20 of 20, and usually this is where your drone ticket timer would start if you've gone through your 10 of 10 and then your 20 of 20 quickly. You will end up with usually a 1 to 2 hour cooldown until you can get into your next quest. So this is very helpful to get through your Galaxy mission quicker, to get through your endless quests for your Galaxy mission, and to also get these drop items quicker so you don't have that timer. So let's say you want to go farm crystals and mini boss, but you want the longer quest item drops so you're not having to stop every few minutes because your drone ticket timer is not up yet. The cooldown's not up yet. So it's very, very helpful. All right, I'm going to grab this cyber blade and go ahead and spin. Now, I really don't play Endless anymore. When I first started playing a very long time ago, um, I had to restart the game from square one probably about 4 or 5 times. Back in my day, there was no way to save your progress on the game. So every time I had to get a new device, I had to start all over again from square one. So when I first started playing, the Assassin was the highest ship. And I remember when the Pirate King ship came out. Um, so I don't usually play Endless anymore unless I'm trying to get the beginning of the Galaxy mission for Endless and get past the drone ticket timer, which is helpful. So, in starting over many times, playing, um, having to restart the game multiple times because there's no way to save it, I found out that you have to play endless, an endless amount of times. Like, you don't have a choice. And I learned early on to keep my endless level low and to not go through all of it quickly. So that way, every time I did have to play endless, let's see which side. So that way, anytime I did have to play endless, it would be a lot easier and quicker for me to get through. I am on, I think it's level 14 or 15. I'm trying to die here, by the way. Um, It's so easy to die when you don't want to, and it's so hard to die when you do want to. Ah, see? Sometimes I start this a little sooner when I'm not talking in the middle of a video, so it goes a little quicker because that's not working. So while I'm trying to die, I learned early on to stay at a low level for my endless. Just thought I'd grab that real quick. And that way I could get through endless quicker. I am really not dying at all. That way I could get through endless quicker. We didn't have mini boss and other avenues to get your quest items done. I really can't die here. This is crazy. So, all right, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. The phasing out, I don't know if y'all just noticed that or not, but the phasing out for the new military quest items, they just did it again. It actually really does help. There we go. So I'm not going to touch anything. I'm going to let the timer just go down all by itself. And then now I'm going to wait a couple more seconds just for good measure. And then I'm going to hit replay. Technical issues there. So now I'm going to hit replay and claim these tickets. And then I'm not even going to hit the box. I'm just going to go down and hit play 15 energy. And that should give us the 0 of 30 quest. And there you go. So in staying a lower level through endless, I could go through it a lot quicker and not have to take as long beating harder aliens and everything. So for the longest time, I think it was level 14 or 15, I couldn't go past level 100 for years. I couldn't go past level 100. And one day recently, I accidentally went past level 100. I was not paying attention. I was like, no! And now it is weird when I do play endless and I get to the end, I'm going past 100. So that is really weird. But I don't, like I said earlier, I don't play endless really that much. I play mini boss, and from what I found in my playing, I get a much greater drop rate on the drone tickets in mini boss, which is great. Um, I get through my drone ticket quests a lot quicker. And usually, when I'm farming mini boss, if I'm really getting those crystals to drop good, I will keep farming, even though my quest item drops aren't are on a cooldown. So, having that VIP level 12 to get those extra quests is definitely helpful because I need drone tickets a lot. So, in the very last level of Endless, I think it's level 22, every time you get to the end, you can get a purple mythical chest each time going through Endless. So I definitely see how that can be super advantageous to your game and getting you those purple quests, which, as you know, or purple chests, sorry, which, as you know, is vitally important for those stones that you need in the game. Many stones and many resources. So I do like farming crystals on mini boss. To me, it's like mesmerizing. It's like watching a Bob Ross video, and I'm just mesmerized. I'm like, ooh, a crystal. Ooh, a crystal. Ooh, a crystal. I just, I love it. And I just look at every crystal I'm picking up and I look at my drone ticket drop. I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm really accomplishing something and it's a lot quicker. I'm not just picking up my drone ticket items, but I'm also getting crystals for it as well. So I do end up farming crystals a lot. I play Raid League a lot, and I'm not going to make it through that. And I use all of my turns with crystals on Raid League and all of my turns in the Raid League shop. So, in essence, I'm turning crystals into um, orbs and tech cores and hex tech pieces or chests. So, I do end up having to farm mini boss a lot, but I really do enjoy it. To me, it's mesmerizing. Gonna pick up that Drake because I still need to rank up my Drake. It is the only ship that I have left that is not fully ranked up. My all of my EIs are fully evolved. I'm not quite sure if that's the way to say that. And I cannot equip two EIs on my Drake right now because I don't have the energy to um, put two EIs in there. So anytime I get the Drake, I'm like, all right, I need to go on the Drake because I need to level that up. I really am not impressed with the Drake. I'm just not. It seems to me that Cyberblade is just so much more powerful, even in. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to start dying here. Cyberblade, even in Boss Raid League, I am using um, Cyberblade almost all the time. There is, I think, one boss that I can think of that I don't use. There we go. That I don't use Cyberblade. Metro Rest. I use the Drake, um, and then I use Legendary on a couple bosses. But there we go. All right, not gonna hit anything. Just gonna let the timer go down. And then give it a couple more seconds for good measure. All right, now we're going to hit claim. And then instead of clicking the box, I'm going to click the play down here. And that should give us our 0 of 40. Ta-da! All right, so now you're seeing what this trick is doing here, which is really helpful. So when I do the trick and I'm going through my galaxy mission, like I said, I don't really do endless anymore. So sometimes I will do the first two quests for endless on galaxy mission just so I can get that matrix ticket. And like I said just a few minutes ago, all of my EIs are fully um, evolved. I don't think that's the right word. All of my EIs are at their top performance, and so I don't need to use my matrix tickets anymore, but yet I still get as many as I can because we all know that the resources that you need in the game are plentiful. Many resources that you need in this game. So at some point in time, ABI is definitely going to put out more EIs, expert items. So hopefully, I'm going to have a nice, huge stash of matrix tickets. There's my cloak working and phasing me out. So I'm going to have a nice little stash of matrix tickets. So when the time comes and ABI does give us more expert items, I will be prepared. Also, I use those matrix tickets when a Infinity Stone / wing event comes around. The way that ABI has recently set up the chests is that each of the chests you have to level to a certain degree. And depending on what level that you're on that chest, uh, it depends. It warrants what you get in the chest opening it. I know this isn't making any sense like this. So, for example, you start at level one. Oops. You start at level one and you go through to level, I think it's 10, not 9. But starting at level one, you can only get, let's say, the number 1 stone. And then starting at level 2, you can only get the 1 and the 2 stone, so on and so forth. So I think I'm somewhere level 5 or level 6. And you're talking about hundreds of chests once you hit like level 5 and level 6, hundreds of chests to get to the next level. So my highest stone that I can get with my normal blue chests and orange chests are, I think it's up to stone 5 or 6. I think it's 6 because I think I'm level 6. And then my mythical chest, I have no idea where I'm at on that, but it's not very far. So I really didn't like it when ABI added that into the game, making it so you couldn't get those crystal or stone, technically stone, um, drop items for the later stones. So when an Infinity Wing event or an Infinity Stone wing event, whoops, comes around, it makes it a whole lot harder to get your stones to get those quest items. Now, we just had a mini event for the Infinity Stone wing event, and hopefully everybody got their golden wings, because golden wings are very helpful in survival. You get one more chance to die when you have golden wings in survival. And I also use golden wings in my daily quest that we have now with the different planets. And that gives me one more chance to die as well for the daily quest. So usually get to the end of those. Um, Let me see, I'm about to hit it. I should probably go ahead and start trying to die here. 40 of 40. So normally when I am doing this, I can get to 0 of 60 or 60 of 60. There we go. Not touching anything. Still not touching anything. I'm going to go ahead and hit replay. Same thing, claim, and then hit play. And this should be 0 of 60. Ta-da! So back to the levels on the chest and the mythical chest. I kind of got off topic there. Um, Now that you do have levels, and it's a lot harder to go through. Um, Hold on a second. I have to write this down real quick. Okay, it is a lot harder to go through. I'm sorry, I'm trying to multitask here, and this is really, really difficult, even though endless is really easy. So it is a lot harder now to get the stones that you need for the um, Infinity Stone event / wing event. And because they added those levels on chests now instead of just getting all of the different stones. So when it comes to those events, having the extra matrix tickets really help, because if you're very close to the to the goal, to where you need to be with your infinity stones, you can use your matrix tickets and get the extra stones that you need. I do not recommend trying to evolve all those stones because it is a very timely process that consumes many, many stones. You are wasting or using 3 stones to turn it into 1 stone. But if you're close to the end of your wing event, and it comes down to it, definitely need to do that if it comes down to it and you have to. But that is where the extra matrix tickets can be very helpful and come into play. So the new resources that we need at this point that ABI has just come out with is the military chest to get your weapon and cloak items. And that actually really does help. I think I'm on level 5 or 6 on my military chests. And off topic, I have a military chest quest video and a open 303 chests with me. So I'm nearing another 303 chests, and I'm going to make it a normal video with different phases. That's the wrong word. Um, Different levels of me opening 303 military chests every time. So going through the daily challenge with the military chest, it's very challenging. It's so hard when you're getting to the end, and it just, like, how do people that don't have maxed out ships, maxed out, let's see if I can make it through this, maxed out ships, maxed out EIs, max evolves. I mean, it seems like it would be impossible to end up winning any of those levels if you are just not totally maxed out. So in my personal opinion, with all of the massive amount of resources that we need for this game, I think ABI should have um, like higher drop rates on stuff, because it's exciting when you need resources and ooh, a crystal drops, ooh, a stone drops, ooh, a legendary token slash hot dog. So if ABI is listening, which I know they're not, um, give us more resource drops. It's exciting. So, but the military chest quest walks through the daily challenge event, and I also use golden wings on that event as well. It gives me one more chance to die, so that's nice. And then going through my military chest quest in my open 303 chests with me, I have found that the cloak phase through that you've seen a few times on here actually really does help. The highest level or highest seconds that you can phase out is, I believe it's 7.9 seconds. And that really doesn't sound like much. Oh, the Drake. Yeah. That really doesn't sound like much, 7.9 seconds, but when you're playing the game and you actually phase out when you need it, it is actually really, really helpful on some of the new bosses. I have phased out right when I needed it. I'm like, yes. So 7.9 seconds doesn't sound like much, but when it comes down to crunch time, it is. And think about one of the pilot dope. Think, think about one of the pilot squads that I don't know the name of it offhand, but that gives you 10 seconds of invulnerability in at the beginning of a boss, so that 10 seconds adds up. So that 7.9 seconds adds up, but I still don't understand everything about the military chests. It's just very confusing, even though there is explanations and a little question mark that it has info about it, but it's still very confusing to me. For example, one of the questions that I have about the military chest is, it says in the information that you need to have it fully charged to do something. I'm not saying the right words, but it has to be fully charged. So I'm wondering if you're opening the chest on a regular basis, like daily, are you using those item pieces to also charge up your weapon and cloak? Are you just strictly putting them on that levels them up? I don't know that that made sense either. Sorry. So there are things that I don't know about the military chest that I am trying to find out through opening those chests and everybody having a discussion and bringing together the knowledge of minds of what exactly this military chest quest is. I just can't believe that the lower level people don't really have great access to get a lot of those chest drops. And right now, ABI has introduced three major, major resource things that we need. The military chests for the weapons and cloaks, and that is a long time to get all of that stuff. We need orbs to promote our ships, and that gives us tech cores for our tech tree, and that is a long time to get through that. And now they have the golden chests that they have introduced, our hex tech chests to get golden ships. And oh my gosh, that is going to take a long time. One of my clanmates said he's going to have to will his game to his kids because it's going to be that long until you actually get all of the stuff. And I really can see that point, especially when you're making it so the resources are so hard to get, like the military chest, when you're not fully geared and everything. So we are getting close to the end, and this should be it. Usually at 60 of 60, my timer actually starts. So I don't think we'll get any further past this. Although the Valentine's event is about to start very shortly, and I noticed that it seemed like there wasn't a timer on the drone ticket items. Now, usually that will happen, well, not usually, always. They will take the drone ticket timer out when there's a mini drone event. So when you have a mini drone event, all of the normal people that are not VIP 12 have access to those bottom quests and can get all of the drone tickets for the week. So when they have those events, when they have those events, you can get all of the tickets, and the timer is removed altogether. So you don't have a drone ticket timer to wait. All right, we're at 60 of 60. So I have noticed today, though, when I'm waiting for the Valentine's Day event to start, please die. Please die. All right. That it seems like the uh, quest timer is actually not going right now, like we're in the middle of a drone event. So I'm not sure. I guess we're about to find out. So same thing. Wait till the time goes down. Don't touch anything. Then, like I said, I give it a few more seconds. Probably not necessary, but I do anyway. All right, there we go. My next quest starts in 14 minutes, which, if you think about it, normally you get like a 1 or 2 hour cooldown when you're in the very beginning, getting 10 of 10 or 20 of 20. It's a lot. So getting a timer of 14 minutes on 60 of 60 is actually really good. So I'm going to go ahead and go out and turn in these tickets right here for my 60 of 60. And there you can see my timer is 14 minutes. And then I'm going to go into my galaxy mission and do my endless quests and do my campaign. They also just changed this, and I think it is definitely a change for the better. But the galaxy mission, you had to click on your reward on the galaxy mission to advance to the next one. For example, if you were on endless and the first goal was endless up to 200 waves, then you had to go out of endless, click 200 waves to progress to the next one. Now they have made it so um, you can just click it as you're going along. You don't actually have to go out of PvP or go out of endless. So it just keeps a running tally, like right here, 191 of 300. And I will probably finish that up so I can get my extra matrix ticket for that and complete that on my galaxy mission. So thank you for joining this journey with me. I appreciate it very much. I hope that it has at least been entertaining, a lot of information, and a new trick that you have to use. So thank you very much, and I will talk with you soon.